It's Ange and Lillia here, and we're back to Lillia's 26-week life update. So Lillia is 26 weeks old this week, and she is now officially 6 months old, which is just crazy to think about. She is also now weighing 10.1 kilos, so she's actually lost a couple hundred grams, and she is now lengthwise 69.5 centimeters, so she is nearly 70 centimeters long, which is just bonkers to think about. Her head circumference hasn't changed, so she's still 44 centimeters her circumference, and that is all the growing she's done this week, which is still massive. So now that Lillia is 6 months old, we actually helped celebrate her half birthday on Friday, and she loved it. So we actually gave her a little bit of a watermelon cupcake that I made with some yogurt and some blueberries, and she just basically mushed it all up and had a ball with it. Now I will link a video that I did down below as well, because I think it looks super cute, and I'll also insert some photos right here as well. Now that Lillia is 6 months old, it actually means that she needed her 6-month injection. So just like her 8-week-old injection and her 4-month injections, they're exactly the same. She had the live vaccine medicine within, orally, and she had 2 needles in both, like in one in each leg, which she absolutely hates the needles. She cries so much, she gets such big tears in her eyes, and she screams so loud. Like, I never hear her scream as loud as she does when she gets her needles. Obviously it's a painful scream, and she just cries and cries and cries. Now the nurse who did them was really good. She does them really fast and gets them over and done with, and then she actually blew some bubbles, which actually calmed Lillia down a whole heap. But once the bubbles had all finished, she started screaming all over again. So it's just horrible for her to see. Now that afternoon she did sleep a fair bit, and then we actually went out for dinner for her auntie's birthday, her surprise birthday party, which Lillia loves people and she loves being social, so that wasn't a problem for her. But as soon as we got home, she just lost the plot. She was super hot, she had a temperature, and she was just crying. She didn't want to feed, she refused me, and she just wanted cuddles, but then she didn't want cuddles, and she just didn't know what she wanted. That night was a terrible night. So she got her needles on Monday, it's now Wednesday, and she's had terrible nights sleep since. Like, she had a better night last night, but Monday night she only wanted to sleep on me, and I couldn't lay down. I had to be sitting up for her to be comfortable and her to actually go to sleep, which I didn't mind because obviously I knew she wasn't feeling the best. But overall, I think it was, out of the 40 hours that went by, I only had an hour and a half sleep. And what made things worse is I actually had to go to work yesterday, and because I only work 1 day a week, I can't really ring up sick to say that I can't come in. So Lillia came with me. It was the worst decision I ever made, because she was just so ill and so upset that I actually ended up calling my husband, because we do carpool. I actually called him up and said, hey, can you come pick me up? Lillia's just having a terrible day. So he ended up coming around 3. I was meant to finish at 4, so it was only an hour early that I finished, and my boss was just like, yeah, let's go home, take her home, she's just not coping very well. As soon as my husband got there, she fell asleep, and it was basically her sleep time up until about 7. So from about 3:30 to 7 she slept, and then she was awake again, and then I finally got her to feed. Like yesterday I tried feeding her about, would have been close to 20 to 25 times, and she just refused me point blankly, cried, refused, and my breasts were just getting so sore. So I was so grateful when she started feeding, because if she didn't feed, I was going to have to pump and keep an eye on her wet nappies. So eventually she fed and did a couple of wet nappies, which I was grateful for, because obviously if she didn't have any wet nappies, I would have had to take her to the hospital. Now last night it wasn't such a good night, but it was definitely better than the Monday night. She did sleep a little bit in her cot, but then in the end she did sleep on me. So in the end I made myself super comfortable sitting up, and I actually slept sitting up, which I've actually got a really sore back for it and neck for it now. So as you can see, Lillia and I do not look the best this week because we are super tired. Hey Lillia. And as you can see, she's just like zoned out. Like, she is looking at our cat who's just down here at the moment, but she is definitely just not herself. So I'm hoping by maybe tomorrow or Friday she'll be a ton better, because she's actually meant to be going for a swimming lesson tomorrow, but I think I might actually cancel that and just give her another couple of days as a home and to recover. Now what else has been doing now that you're 6 months old? now that she's 6 months old, she's also can make the Indian noise. So you know, obviously when they make the noise and you go, hey, you gonna show? And she usually loves it, and she usually makes it so loud. She does it for so long, so she did it a little bit then, but she makes the Indian noise, and now she can actually do it herself too. So we did it on Saturday, and then Saturday night she was actually doing it by herself with her hand, which is just crazy to see how much she learns and how fast she learns it. And I think that may be all for this week. So yeah, so a breakdown, she basically has got her needles and she can make Indian sounds for her 6-month half birthday. Hey Lillia. She still hasn't got any teeth, but as you can see, she is chomping on her hands, and there's that at some days I can feel that there's sharp bits there, but then they just disappear. So she's, you know, the teeth are definitely on the move and coming up at some point. They just haven't come up just yet, and so hopefully they'll come and pop out soon to give her some relief with the teething situation. But other than that, I think that may be all for this week, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye guys. You gonna say bye, Lillia? Say bye. Bye. Okay, bye guys.